get tired of the nasty smell of rancid coolant? Do you hate dealing with the mess and the sludge that's in your parts washer? Getting rid of the smell and the mess are jobs that people will put off for as long as possible. But with machining operations, you can't just put it off. The machine operator is sure to become instantly frustrated when having to stop running production in order to locate the chips that have just blocked the coolant flow. If the operator of a standard machine fails to spot the lack of coolant flow, immediate damage can occur to the expensive part and the tooling. Chips accumulate in most sumps, and they end up being pumped along with the coolant into the nozzles where the chips can accumulate, and sure enough, the nozzles get clogged up. If low coolant flow happens on a machine equipped with a high-pressure coolant system, an audible alarm sounds, and the machining process stops abruptly. In any case, it happens without notice. There's no choice other than to spend half a day shoveling the chips out of the sump, emptying the smelly coolant, and cleaning up the mess. Regular cleaning of your sumps with X-Air's Chip Trapper gets rid of these problems, along with the added benefits of extending the coolant life and getting rid of the smelly mess. It offers a fast, easy way to remove solids such as chips, swarf, and shavings from used coolants and other liquids. The Chip Trapper vacuums up the contaminated liquids full of solids and debris, and then, with the simple turn of a handle and a knob, the only thing that pumps out is clean liquid. Chip Trapper is ideal for use on machines with sumps, parts washers, pits, tanks, and storage containers. The Chip Trapper is easy to assemble and use. The filter bag is installed by tilting it and slipping it over the filter bag adapter and then pulling it downward for it to seat into position. The drum lid is secured in place with a locking ring. To move the liquid in and out of the drum, the Chip Trapper uses X-Air's Model 6091 reversible drum back, which is a two-way drum pump. The stainless steel pump with the manual shutoff valve is threaded into the 3/4 MPT inlet of the drum. The swivel end of the supplied compressed air hose is then connected to the inlet of the manual shutoff valve. A clean, dry source of compressed air should be used. Since Chip Trapper is compressed air powered, there's no motors or impellers to clog or wear out, and there's no electricity or shock hazard. The directional valve assembly with the two quick-release lever lock fittings is secured onto the drum lid. One end of the 10-foot length of chemical-resistant hose slides onto the barb fitting of the directional valve. The aluminum wand is then inserted into the other end. To vacuum the liquid, the directional flow control valve on top of the drum and the knob on the pump are set to the fill position. The air supply valve is open, and the pump immediately starts pulling in the contaminated liquid through the hose and into the drum. All the chips and the solids are trapped by the 5-micron filter bag. In the event there would be more than 55 gallons of liquid, there is a spill-free automatic safety shutoff float that prevents the drum from overfilling. When all the liquid is in the drum, the air supply is turned off. The filtered liquid can then be pumped out by setting the directional flow control valve on top of the drum and the pump to the empty position. Once the air supply valve is opened, a popping sound on top of the drum can be heard as the air fills the top of the drum and pushes the liquid back through the standpipe and hose. The pump regulates the airflow into the drum so it never comes close to the 7 psi burst pressure. All of the chips and the solids remain in the reusable filter bag. Only clean coolant pumps back out of the drum. Expensive coolant that used to last only 6 weeks can now last 6 months or more with regular use of the Chip Trapper. The Chip Trapper includes the stainless steel pump assembly with the directional flow control valve, a 55-gallon drum with lever lock lid, 10 feet of chemical resistant hose, 20 feet of compressed air hose, the aluminum chip wand, 2 reusable 5-micron filter bags, and a drum dolly. An optional spill recovery kit is also available. X-Air's Chip Trapper is an intelligent compressed air product that's built to last.